Hello, my name is Crystal Chong. I'm 12 years old, and here's my presentation about emotional music generation. All right, the music we all know and love of and probably heard about at least once in our lifetime expresses thoughts and emotions, influences our feelings, and it's also been documented to lower stress levels and boost cognitive performance. All in all, a wonderful form of entertainment that people throughout the centuries have adored. And yet, well, I'm one of them, because during the pandemic, I hit a bit of a slump once upon a time, and one of the things that got me through said time was music, from listening to dancing to singing. But how do I share that experience with everyone else? How do I make sure that everybody can enjoy music as much as they want to? How about we combine my coding prowess with music and see what we can make? Enter AI generated music, like a burgeoning field that is unfortunately not as intuitive as we all want it to be. Limited user inputs and options for input that lead to, not as unique songs. The first generation method that requires a bass song, meaning it may not be original, or at least as original as you'd like it. And the second generation method only offers limited options, meaning it can't really capture the quote unquote spirit of what you want to make. So how about using language, sentences, and keywords to search for the music we want? So if we combine AI with music by using keywords, for example, with emotions, maybe you want happy music, maybe you want sad music, maybe you want angry or fighting music. The AI can then take in those inputs and find or generate the music you need. Enter musical healing, an app designed to do exactly that, generate music to fit the mood. It can use emotional keywords as well as inputted melodies, and it can detect keywords as either positive, negative, or neutral. Example, happy or sad. And here to the right is a small graph about how the interface will eventually look like. It would have a playlist of constantly changing and fitting music, like with emotion-based generation, that can also be easy to use and understand by anyone, because I believe everyone can have some use for music. Now here's a small video demo of what I've currently made. The app is a demo itself, so forgive me if it's a little. Hi, my name is. Here's a small up-close version in case you couldn't see the screen properly. So I tried to implement my idea using Flutter with 5 primary screens in the app. The splash screen, the home screen with the main menu, and a bottom bar linking to the 2 generators. Melody-based generator, where you can either input an audio file or just play it out on the piano you saw before. A sentiment-based generator, where you'll be able to type in a message or keywords, and the finished generated playlist. I use some Python code to help with generating the music using a pre-trained AI model. There's a Flash server connecting to 2 languages, is Python and Dart, which I'll get into in a moment. And the code exactly works as this. Certain number of notes are defined to be generated, and the MIDI file will be converted into a WAV file before being sent back to be able to listen. The Dart code takes care of the actual framework of the app and making sure that the interface is, well, clear. I also conducted an experiment to make sure that my programmer app was effective, and it went something like this. Draw participant, and each tested as to 10 different messages, is listen to what the result was, and recorded how many times it was actually accurate. The results are a pretty good success rate. The highest score was a full-blown 10, and the lowest was only a 5. So the average score was about an 8. Here's the data sheet if you want to see it. There's a graph, and here's a table. The exact average score was 7.917. The main similar program to this would be Spotify, with unfortunately a wider library and, well, music made by humans in here too. The main issue with it is running into copyright, and also Spotify takes money. Takes money from you if you want to listen to music, at least without the ads. However, my app, Musical Healing, it always changes to fit you. It's mainly made up of AI music, and it's unique to you. No copyright issues here. As for the future, well, I'd like to clean up the app demo, improve the home screen, and make sure that add in an effective AI to the current model, etc. Most likely refine the AI so that it can produce more music, and more features, and perhaps a download button for our music, because as much as listening to music on the app is good, it'd be better if you were able to take it off too. In conclusion, Musical Healing with an app where an AI can generate music based on inputted sentiment. It can help with the need for quick new music for whatever media purpose you'd like. For example, YouTube background music. It'll sort sentiment as positive, negative, or neutral, and a test experiment ran that it was effective in generating music. The interface was intuitive and accessible, which is good. However, it's also limited in only generating 3 types of sentiment so far. So in the future, I might also add a system with more parameters. Here are my references if you need them. Here's my contact information, and down here is someone I work with. Thank you. Do you have any questions or comments?